Carly joins us in the studio for some sports now. Carly, big game last night for the Pontiacs and the Bobcats. First preseason game. So.
Yes, it was an all-rookie affair, but nonetheless, you get a chance to look at some of the new talent and very promising. Well, the Bobcats and the Pontiacs have had to make some challenging decisions the past few days, whittling down their training camp rosters. Well, last night, both clubs had the chance to see what their young guns were made of as they faced off in their very first game of the preseason. The Pontiacs rook strike first midway through the first year on the man advantage. Ashton McLeod to Max Collins. He skates out and then wires the wrister past Garrett Houston. It's 1-0 for the visitors. The Bobcats answer though in the second. Colton Vanucci picks up the loose puck. He passes it off the boards over to Connor Gross. He streaks in and then tickles the twine, and just like that, it is 1-1. The Cats are looking to break the deadlock moments later. It is Gross again. This time he undresses the defender, but his shot is wide. The physical play does pick up as the game progresses. Kieran Armstrong starts out of his own end. He gets caught with his head down, though. Tyler Kerner lights him up. That seems to spark his teammates. Todd Sykes slides it down to Vanucci. He gets a couple whacks at it. The puck eventually crosses the line. The Cats now lead 2-1 after 40. Cats offense explodes in the third. Connor Gross again slips by Jeremy Boast, then rifles his second of the game from the slot. 3-1 now for the Bobcats. Minutes later, the Cats will capitalize on the power play. Aaron Letourneau's blast from the point bounces off the backboards right to the stick of Travis Wellman. He's Johnny on the spot. 4-1 for the home side. It keeps going. Seconds later, the Cats strike once again. Matty Marcineau from the top of the circle snipes his first of the preseason. 5-1 for Lloyd. The Cats add a couple more, thumping the Pontiacs 7-1.
Second, third period, I thought our guys were moving the puck well. I thought did well on the power play. I mean, you can add anything you want in there. As far as what I take stock in this game tonight is watching performances of certain individuals.
Started off a little slow, slowly getting better and better though, keeping it simple, having fun.
It didn't go maybe as we had it planned, but it was a good lesson, a good experience for a lot of our young guys. It was the first time playing a game in this league, and same with their guys, but it really ramped up the intensity.
I think I saw a smile on the Colonel's face there. That's exciting news. Well, the Pontiacs coaching staff has had plenty of decisions to make when it comes to their roster. They have determined who will wear the C this season. Now, Chad Mercier has handed out the letters to Kevin Carthy and Dante Borelli. The two vets will serve as co-captains. Well, staying with hockey, a little bit of golf now. Back in June, Scott Hartnell and Clark MacArthur lended their names and celeb status to launch the first ever Hartnell and Macarthur Celebrity Golf Classic. Well, today, the tournament's organizing committee joined forces once more to present the deserving causes in the community with the over $200,000 that was raised.
Hi, Drew Stafford down here at the Stockade Convention Center with New Cap News. I'm here with Clark MacArthur. This is his event. It's a great event, great for the community.
Back in June, the meet and greet golf tournament and auction brought big names and, more importantly, big bucks together for a list of causes.
Thank you.
Today, co-chair Bill Spence was humbled by the generosity of the community and overwhelmed by the success.
Yeah, it kind of comes full circle. I mean, when we set out there last September, October, Scott and I, and we developed our board, we had a goal in mind. Obviously, with $200,000, we over exceeded what we expected. To see that $200,000 go back into the community is something that we wanted, and it's nice to see that come full circle.
One of the primary recipients of funds, the Lloydminster Region Health Department, cannot wait to put the money to work in their maternity ward towards the purchase of new equipment.
It's going to allow us to once again provide the kinds of improvements in the community in healthcare, specifically in the maternity department, that we've really been looking forward to, and it's a major contribution, and we really are appreciative of that.
The only work left for Spence and his committee to do is figure out how they're going to top it next year.
The only thing now is we've made the bar so high that next year is going to be even more difficult to reach. So we've got 12 months, or I guess 10 months now, to set that bar even higher for next year.
Well, being a captain for any team can put a lot of pressure on the player, but being able to guide a team to a championship shows everyone that you have what it takes to be the best at what you do. Matt Schumont caught up with a local soccer player that has done just that on this week's edition of The Superstar Next Door.
I was involved in a lot of sports when I was a kid, and I just like soccer, I guess. I was good at it, so I stuck to it.
And it wasn't a bad decision to stick with the game, as she's become one of the best under-16 players in the province.
She's committed to soccer. She's not one of the players that gets bogged down playing 8 other sports at the same time. So that's allowed her to get focused in one sport, and you can see the success.
Not just leading her club team, Kennedy has captained the All-Star Nationals team for Team Saskatchewan and has also led the green and white at the Canada Summer Games, pressure she doesn't mind.
It's a lot of responsibility, so if something goes wrong, it's kind of your problem to solve.
She's always wanting to train. She's always wanting to do the fitness practices, train hard at games, try to get, or during games, play hard, try to get the girls motivated, that kind of stuff.
And over a span of the last 2 years, Kennedy has been training in Edmonton 2 times a week at the National Training Center, practice that she hopes one day will further her in her young career.
I'd like to play in university, like post-secondary.
Her door is wide open right now with opportunity, so I believe she will. It's just going to be on how she handles herself over the next 2 years through her grade 11 and 12 for education and continuing to train and that kind of stuff.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Brought to you by your local BRP dealer. Power Merchants of St. Paul, Norsask of North Battleford, and RecTech Power Products of Lloydminster, your local BRP dealers.